As a result of the verdict, Trump's been ordered to pay Carroll $5 million in damages. He continues to deny any wrongdoing, calling it a witch hunt and saying he has no idea who Carroll is.
And we have team coverage on this breaking story. Fox 5's Jessica Formosa will have more on Trump's reaction and the impact that this would have on his political career and campaigning. But first, we go to Morgan Mackay, who was inside the courtroom when that verdict was handed down. Morgan, walk us through what the jury decided.
Steve and Natasha, it was fast. 9 New Yorkers, 6 men and 3 women, deliberated for less than 3 hours and arrived at the verdict that former President Donald Trump sexually abused E. Jean Carroll in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in the 1990s and then later lied about it. Trump will now owe Carroll $5 million. Now, this is the sheet that the jury was given. It has 10 questions on there to help them arrive at the verdict. The instructions for this sheet took almost as long as the deliberations. E. Jean Carroll left the courthouse with a smile, but stayed silent after a civil jury found that there was a preponderance of evidence that former President Donald Trump sexually abused her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in the 1990s, and later lied about it, ruining her reputation. Carroll's lawyer called forward 11 witnesses, including Carroll herself, while Trump's team didn't use any witnesses, rather using the cross-examination portion to center their case. The jury decided 2 claims. The first was a battery claim. Last year, the New York State Legislature passed the Adult Survivors Act, which gives survivors of sexual assault a 1-year window to sue for damages. Because of this law, Carroll was able to sue Trump for this alleged incident that occurred almost 30 years ago. The jury did not find Trump liable for raping Carroll. However, they did find him liable for sexually abusing her, which falls under this battery claim. Carroll only needed to prove this through a preponderance of evidence, so the jury only had to believe it's more than 50% likely. As a result of this claim, Trump will owe Carroll $2,020,000. The second claim was defamation. For this, the jury was looking at this statement made by Trump on October 12, 2022, calling the case a hoax and Carroll a liar. The burden of proof for this claim is higher than it was for the battery claim, but lower than criminal court. Carroll had to prove with clear and convincing evidence that Trump's statement was false, or if it was made with malice. The jury did find Trump liable for this defamation claim, and as a result, he would owe Carroll $2,980,000. This brings a total amount Trump will owe to $5 million. The verdict was unanimous. Now, Trump's attorney, Joe Tacopina, left the courthouse just a few moments ago. We were able to catch up with him. Here's what he had to say.
He's firm in his belief, as many people are, that he cannot get a fair trial in New York City based on the jury pool. And I think one could argue that that's probably an accurate assessment based on what happened today.
Now, the jury throughout this trial has remained anonymous. In fact, they have picked up the jury and brought them through the garage of the courthouse in order to maintain their anonymity. Now, the judge told the jury that if they wish to they want to tell people that they were here, that they were part of the trial, they can. But he said, quote, "My advice to you is to not identify yourselves." Reporting live, I'm Morgan Mackay. Steve and Natasha, back to you.
All right, Morgan, thank you.